Here we go, man. You want to talk about a powerhouse week? We've got Noland coaching Women's Empowerment Week, and we've had one powerhouse lady after the next step up to this platform. And really share from their hearts. The feedback we're getting is phenomenal, and we're not going to stop with what we've had. We're going to continue to keep going. It's spreading the news, spreading the message. The Women's Empowerment Week is just flowing, and we got another powerhouse guest lined up for you here. This is Miss Gabrielle Dawn. She is a spoken word artist. You know, she's done such a phenomenal job of traveling all over the world, speaking, coaching, a life coach. She's helped so many people. She has a really a strong message that I thought would be important for all of you to hear today, especially you ladies. So Gabrielle, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, you know what we do on this show is organic, not scripted. We just speak from the heart. We know that everybody's got a message, and I'm sure your message is going to impact a lot of these powerhouse ladies listening in. And by the way, thank you for everybody that's commenting, that's logging on. I want you to share this message. But over to you, Gabrielle. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and your message?
Yeah, so a little bit about me. I recently moved back home to Dallas. I have been gone for about 10 years, moving around, traveling. And I am a director of a nonprofit in Uganda. So that's why I was there. I lived in Germany for a little bit and in South Korea. The nonprofit that I work for is called the Children's Foundation. And I was introduced to them in 2016, and it was just such a beautiful mission. The founders and the president are actually from the area that we service there. And I just fell in love with them and everything that they stand for, which is community empowerment and enrichment. I made my way back home. Been here, like I say, for almost 2 years now. Still working, still empowering the community, lifting folks up, being lifted up, because we can't forget ourselves either. So that circle back around, and I'm a new mom. So my daughter just, I'm actually hiding from her right now. So this is I call it my secret mom spot, where I eat my secret mom snacks and I take my secret mom calls.
That's
So
right.
I'm actually hiding.
That is so wonderful. Now, how old is your daughter right now?
She's 15 months.
15 months, so brand
Hmm.
new baby. Okay, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
awesome. Well, this is going to be an awesome message because a lot of these ladies, they have babies, they have people they're taking care of. How are you managing, especially through this crazy challenging time of
I know.
2020? How are you balancing doing your career and also being a new mom?
I'm gonna say this. One, my tribe, my village is so impactful and so powerful. And I tell people all the time, finding your tribe and nurturing your tribe is so very important. I think sometimes we want help, or we want support, and we want community, but then we don't realize the effort that it takes to nurture and grow that and become rooted in that. So I definitely, I say it all the time, I'm so thankful for the people in my life and in my corner, because they won't let me let up. They all, they let me know, like, and remind me constantly, hey, you're great, you're doing great things. Buckle down. Whenever I'm thinking I'm about to become uprooted, whenever I'm doubting myself or anything like that, they're putting back into me everything that I put into them. And that's, for me, been so powerful. 2020, I think, for a lot of people, has been a, a year of loss, uncertainty, pain for a lot of us. And I was actually just talking to a good friend of mine, and I'm like, I've not lost as much ever as much as I have in this year.
Wow.
And but it's just a matter of remembering who you are and staying rooted in that. And if you don't know who you are, discovering self and becoming rooted in who you've been called to be.
Yeah, I caught a key word there, discovering yourself. So during the challenge, that's also an opportunity. So to go find, I think it stretches us. I know this 2020 stretched me like never before. I know a lot of you,
Yeah.
how many of you ladies can relate? All of you guys that are getting on the message board, how many of y'all can relate to 2020 stretched everybody? Okay, so now you're also a certified yoga instructor and
I
an
am.
herbalist. So how does nutrition and health play a role into staying strong mentally as well?
Hey, people don't realize, like, your gut is your second brain. Really could probably be your first brain. So making sure that you are what you eat, you are what you consume. That's physically as well as spiritually and mentally. What we consume is what and who we become. So being mindful of those things. And I tell people, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to do the right thing all the time. You're going to make mistakes, you're going to fall short. But aiming to be mindful of the way that you treat your body and what you put into your body is so important.
That's awesome. You know what? And I think it's important for everybody to take in exactly what Gabrielle is sharing, because I think a lot of times, especially, everybody's at home now. I should say, a lot of people, Gabrielle, are at home now. Do you have
Yeah.
some tips for folks that are at home now more than ever? How can they stay in shape being that they're at home so much?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, we all need to be making sure, I know it's colder now, but whenever the sun is out, getting out there and letting that good sun touch you, right?
Mm.
We all need to be making sure to do that. We need that vitamin D. We need to feel that air on our skin. We need that. I'm sorry. We just do. I know some folks are like, I don't like outside, but outside loves you. So, we need to be doing that. Moving whenever you can, just get that heart rate going about 10-15 minutes a day sometimes is good. Do If you have stairs, walk up and down your stairs. If you're into yoga or Pilates, find somebody on YouTube or the socials that you can follow, and just stimulate yourself that way. Light stretching, but definitely we need to be moving.
And now, do you have any programs that you put out in regards to some of these health things that are or nutritional things that you got for yourself that you have made available?
Yeah. So right now, actually, if you subscribe to the website, I'm going to be sending out free yoga content to our subscribers currently. Yeah. So this past summer, I did a campaign with a good friend of mine. She's also a yoga instructor and she's a therapist, actually. And we were offering free yoga classes in the park.
Mm,
So, being that it's kind of chilly now, we're not doing that.
okay.
But yes, if you subscribe, you'll have access to a lot of really great content.
Great. Now, how can people get to your site? What is your site that people can subscribe and get this free information about yoga and access to some of this important information you've got?
Yeah, so it's saintgoodness.com. That's SAINTGOODNESS.com.
Saintgoodness.com. That's about spreading more and more goodness. Now, talking about spreading, you are
Yes,
also a professional spoken word artist. Now,
I
what,
am.
because most people are like, okay, now, what exactly is that? I've heard about it.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? And what, tell us, how did you get into that?
I'm a poet. Like I'm a speaker. I've always been that since I was a kid. I got into spoken word and into poetry very early on. My parents had me in front of somebody, always doing something, so I never really had time to be shy. And as I've gotten older, I've found ways to fold that gift of poetry and my gift and love of just speaking life into people, into really making it, rolling all of these things up into one and being able to deliver it and reach into the depths of you and help bring you out. Right.
Right.
So,
Well, this is awesome, man, to be able to get you out. Spoken
yeah,
word. I think people need to speak their word. These women should be
they
empowered to
do.
speak. But what do you have to say to the ladies that might be a little bit more shy, might be a little bit more reserved? You have a strong word for them today, or encouraging word?
Yeah, first of all, it's beautiful where whoever you are naturally in and of yourself. That's beautiful. So I know sometimes people feel like, "Oh, I'm kind of more introverted and this or that." And that's you, that's beautiful. That's authentically who you are. So we appreciate it. But if your reservations are crippling you or keeping you from taking yourself to the next level, then you have to begin to ask yourself, okay, where do I want to be and who do I want to be long term? And what areas can I strengthen myself today? And do that every day. Strengthen the areas that you can every day to become who it is that you want to be. So yes.
Yes, you know what? Now, my platform with Jay Noland Coaching is all about confidence. I believe that's the root to everything. You want to be happy,
Yeah.
you got to be confident. You want to have a great relationship, you got to be confident. Why do relationships break down? Somebody's insecure. And so, what do you have to say about the importance, you being a life coach, you being someone that helps encourage people? How does confidence play a part in your world, from what in your viewpoint?
Confidence is powerful because I truly believe that you become more confident with the more that you know. Um, it's difficult to be confident whenever you're unsure. And I mean, but you do find people that don't know a lot that are quite confident. And you see the impact that they're able to make
That's
and the
right.
influence that they're able to make. And you're just
Great.
like, why are we listening to this person? Or why is anybody listening? And it's because they're exuding confidence because they are sure of self, right?
Right.
And I just actually tweeted that whenever you're self assured, it saves you from so much in the long run because flattery gets people nowhere that raw, true authenticity will.
Mm.
So remembering that.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm loving. I know everybody's loving this. I put together a seminar that I'm going to be doing on December the 19th, Saturday, December the 19th, called Confidence Base Camp. Now, I've got a new book I put out called 365 Quotes to Make You Better. It's available on Amazon. This
Love
training
that.
would normally cost people $395. I'm going to waive that fee as long as they get the book. So the book's less than 20 bucks, less
Nice.
than 10 bucks
Oh,
on Kindle.
wow.
So I'm making it available, Gabrielle, for people to be able to have resources and tools. And I look at this like,
Um,
going up the Himalayas,
yeah.
confidence for most people is like this big mountain. And I say, you got to have the tools. I mean, you
Hey,
didn't just wake up one day and become a professional yoga instructor. You didn't wake up one
Right.
day and become a professional. You had to put the time in. So talk to these ladies out there about these goals and dreams they have, and they might not be getting after it. What made you get after it?
Because I know who I'm supposed to be. I know what I was called to. And I was like, hey, I want the juice. Like, I want people to be able to come to me, and for me to be able to educate or lead them and guide them um, the way that they should go. It, and to be impactful. So in order to be impactful, in order to do all of those things, you have to do your part in educating myself, remaining diligent in my training. Even right now, I'm going through another training course to deepen my skills and my knowledge as a herbalist. So I'm forever learning something about what I already know and what I want to know. So being a forever student is super important.
So putting that time in. That's why I tell folks, you want the
Yeah.
tools, you got to learn. Y'all heard what Gabrielle said. You got to learn. You got to be willing to get it. You're capable. I tell people all the time, Gabrielle, you're just
Yeah.
more capable than you could ever imagine. I
Yeah.
want to get your take on this because I just released a new product today. I'm talking about just a few hours ago. Now,
Wow.
you being on the level you're on, I want to get your feedback. It's called Confidence Tones,
Mhm.
sound frequency, binaural tones and
Yeah.
beats to be able to get into that subconscious mind. I've got a 3-step process that goes back. We call the first stage deep restore, about 12 minutes a day. A set of headphones, put them on, nice, calming music. But we work with some of the top frequency experts in the world to be able to help to reprogram the subconscious mind so a
Mhm.
person views themselves better. How do you feel about frequencies? I'm talking about that higher level stuff now. I know you can relate.
Hey, I was just listening to my binaural beats last night. So
Oh no! So you already know. So
so
tell
I'm
people
already
why
on
you
the
would do that.
wave.
Why would you do that?
It's a detoxing, right? On one level, it's a way to detox. It's a way to reset, to restore, so that way you can remove what shouldn't be there and put back into yourself what should be. So it's like a process of elimination. Like we
Yes.
eliminate physically, not to get all herbal on you guys,
You can go. You can
but
go.
but we need to be able to eliminate spiritually and mentally as well, and to put back into us what it is that we're hoping to put back out. So
And I'm loving this conversation. Now, I talk to people about from a biologic standpoint, from the ages from 0 to 7. We're so
mhm,
influential. We're working primarily on the delta and theta wavelength to where
yeah,
you're more creative. That's why these kids can pick up language. My son's 5 years old. He's bilingual
yeah,
because he's working on the right ways. So I
yeah,
wanted to give people an opportunity to get on the right ways. And I tell you what,
hey.
this wave that you're bringing today, these tones of words, folks, talking about frequency, this is awesome.
Hey.
I mean, do you have any? Because I know I was looking at your bio and you
Mhm,
say that you're about giving insight to break yokes.
yeah,
There's some women here right. I don't want you to hold back a bit. There's some women here right now that are feeling burdened. They might
yeah,
be in a crazy relationship. They
yeah.
might be feeling unappreciated. What advice do you have for them to break some yokes?
The first thing is forgiveness of self.
Whew.
um I think sometimes we stay in situations because we haven't yet forgiven ourselves, and we say, well, how did I end up here? And then you become hypercritical and over judgmental of yourself. And then that process kind of takes you back, and has you putting more time into that process than you say, okay, well, how can I actually break away from this? Right.
Mm,
So begin to forgive yourself and release whatever resentment and anger that you are harboring towards self, because it's something, it's a lot to wrestle with. It's a
yes.
lot to wrestle with. So remember that you are where you are because you only knew what you knew in that moment, right? Because when we know better, we do better fully. So I'm here now because I did the best that I could with what I had, and I forgive you for that. Now that I know more, let's charter this new water, this new territory, right? So discovering what is it that I want to be? What does happiness look like for me? Right? What does joy, what does peace look like for me? And then begin to align yourself with those principles, but taking those baby steps that are necessary. So, you may want to be I'm vegan, right? I've been vegan for a few years now. You may want to become plant-based and be vegan. That doesn't mean that you have to cut everything off right now here today. Some people can do that and that's beautiful, but some people can't. So you have to meet yourself where you're at. Remember grace. Grace, 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 grace. Always remember grace. Because when you can extend it to yourself, then you can extend it to others. Um, and then, hey, get up and do it. You want the juice. I say it all the time. I got the juice. Nobody can tell me nothing about me. and I
Right.
and I'm okay with that, because I know who I am. And so if that's what you want, then do that and be that and dwell in that. And whenever you get off track, remember grace and get right back on.
I think that just hit me in the heart. I think it's so critical because they just beat themselves up so bad,
Yeah.
especially, women, that have had to go through, like yourself. You had a child, like you literally created an environment to give life. And
Yeah.
so your body went through all these changes. Your hormone goes through
Yeah.
all these changes. And now it's like your thoughts can get all off track. But you just said, if you ever come up against a wall, if I heard you correctly, then just grace. Don't just give yourself grace.
Yeah.
Man, what a awesome word that is. This has been an awesome, segment to be able to have you on. I'm so honored to be able to get to meet. We've never met. Most people don't know. I'm so organic and raw. I just go with the law of attraction. And guess who
Yeah.
we attracted in our life today? Gabrielle Dawn, a powerhouse woman. Do you got any parting words for our viewers, our ladies today? Do you have any parting words?
um, just be well. Be well. Remember who you want to be. And in those moments, whenever you're tempted to release that, in any moment that you're tempted to get off track or to just throw in the towel, remember who you want to be and do what you need to do to get there.
This is a beautiful, beautiful segment. Wonderful person. We just loved having you here today. Our viewers, people going, they're commenting. I want y'all to share this. Find you 3 other women that you know would love this message and send that to them and let them know about Gabrielle Dawn because she poured into us today. And we thank you for that, Gabrielle. We
Thank
love
you.
you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Y'all be well.
All right. Till the next time, go get confidence.